Alright, I really was not planning on going live again today because the storms are starting to roll into my area, but this is a serious situation up here in northern Macon County, Illinois. We do have a possible tornado on the ground north of Warrensburg that could be strong. We've got some extreme winds on the velocities, alright? We may have had some debris signature somewhere on the correlation coefficient in this area, but it's hard to tell just because of how messy of an area it is. But if not a tornado, some very intense winds, some gusts getting close to 120 miles per hour here. Now, this is about half a degree off the surface, but the surface winds from gusts 120 miles per hour, half a degree elevated, can still be sometimes up to 100 miles per hour. So, if not a tornado, deadly winds moving through portions of northern Macon County, Illinois. We've got areas like Warrensburg that are getting impacted by this. Please take shelter. We do have a tornado warning in effect for you guys because, again, this is very possibly a tornado on the ground right now somewhere near Warrensburg, Illinois. And if not, man, is that some strong wind, okay? We did have a wind damage report out of Latham, Illinois, all right? This was a tree that was blown down, all right? So definitely at least severe limit winds. At the very least, we are getting severe limit winds, but at the most, we've got a tornado, all right? And possibly a strong tornado at that, all right? I do want to also point out we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect right now for 80-mile-per-hour winds for portions of Jefferson County in Illinois. That is going to go off to the north of Mount Vernon towards the Dix area, all right? So please take cover immediately. Those are some damaging, destructive winds. Anywhere that has a severe thunderstorm warning for 70 miles per hour or higher should be in shelter, and anywhere that has a tornado warning should obviously be in shelter, right? That's obvious. This line that is producing wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour also does have some rotation with it, but it's nowhere near as intense as the rotation up here towards the Forsyth area here up in northern Macon County, Illinois. The reason I am so familiar with this region is because, again, this is not too far away from you guys. This is some intense, damaging wind action, destructive wind action. The severe thunderstorm warning is warned for 70-mile-per-hour winds up here, but I would not be surprised if it's much higher than that. Trained weather spotters reported wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour, so they could be even higher than that, all right? We do have those tree reports of being blown down by emergency management, so again, please be taking shelter here, you guys. This is an incredibly dangerous situation for the northern portion of Macon County in Illinois here. Decatur, you're good. All right, Decatur is a very large city here, but the area of Decatur is good. You're just going to get some rain, some storms possibly, but to the north of you, we are incredibly concerned, okay? So you got to be watching out for that. We do have so many severe thunderstorm warnings with the tornado possible tag on them right now here in portions of southern and central Illinois. And the most intense, obviously, being that one for 80-mile-per-hour winds as well. If I can go ahead and find that again, there it is. It's just for a sliver of northern Jefferson County there in southern Illinois. All right, that's off to the north of Mount Vernon. Again, heading towards the Dix area right now. So Dix, please take shelter immediately. And then again, we've got this possible tornado off to the north and the east of Warrensburg, Illinois. Again, very high wind gusts estimated by radar, still over 110 miles per hour in some spots, half a degree off the surface. So again, the surface winds could still be somewhere from 80 to 90 miles per hour potentially. This was very close to dropping a tornado if it did not, somewhere near the Latham area back here. And the fact that we do have that report of a tree blown down, it is very possible we did have a tornado. If not, we had tornado force winds from a line of damaging winds for sure, okay? So this line is hopefully going to die out soon. A lot of the rotation spots that we had just moments ago are dying out. We had like 6 tornado warnings 30 minutes ago. Now we're all the way down to 2. One of them is going to be from Macon County, Illinois. One of them is going to be from Marion County, Illinois. So again, this is a central and southern Illinois event at this point. We still have that enhanced risk of severe weather. We are going to get a new Storm Prediction Center update sometime between now and the next 30 minutes. Hopefully, the update is supposed to come out at 8 p.m. Central, which is in about 23 minutes. So hopefully that does come out at the proper time. I'm guessing they're still going to stick with the enhanced risk of severe weather. It's probably going to be much smaller, but that's because the line has already swept through a good portion of Missouri and Illinois thus far. We've gotten reports of 75 mile per hour wind gust, 74 mile per hour wind gust. Hail over 2 inches in diameter in some spots. That was all the way down in Texas, but even up here in the Midwest, it got hail up to 2 inches in diameter, which is still lime-sized hail. We've got flooding reports from the St. Louis Metro. We've had several tornadoes, at least 5, possibly even more. And if we have had more than 5, then this is officially a tornado outbreak, you guys. And wow, that is some impressive rotation. They're off to the north and the east of Salem, Illinois. So please be taking cover in that tornado warning there. Let's go back to our storm here north of Decatur that is, again, either producing a tornado or very, very strong, life-threatening winds towards the Emory area, okay? So please be taking cover in this tornado warning here. Again, this is either a tornado or extremely destructive winds. So, gotta take that seriously and take shelter. Again, I mean, this is wrapping up so good here to the north and the east of Salem. This is very concerning. And this is crazy, guys. All right, so again, we've got our very impressive rotation near Brew Barker, and then also our pocket of extremely high winds north of Decatur. We just got a new tornado warning. That's going to be in effect for portions of Jasper and Effingham counties in Illinois. That includes Newton and Effingham. So please take cover immediately if you're in Newton or Effingham. Again, this is for Effingham and Jasper counties in Illinois. So now we're watching for a third area of rotation to potentially develop there. Again, this does include the towns of Newton, Illinois and Effingham, Illinois. Please take cover now. You are under a tornado warning. And man, the winds up by Emory just continue to get more and more impressive there, guys. That is ridiculous. Our rotation, okay, we have a possible tornado. Oh, no, I guess the correlation coefficient doesn't quite match up with the velocities. But still, you have to be taking shelter there. That is an incredibly dangerous situation. We do have Storm Chaser Vince Welty very close to this tornado-warned storm here. He's in the storm. He's just not in the tornado warning quite, but he's heading that way, alright? Again, please be taking cover in any of these tornado warnings. We got 3 tornado warnings now. Argenta, Effingham, Newton, Kimundi, Salem, Luca, all those towns in Illinois that I just named, you are under a tornado warning. Please seek shelter immediately. Hopefully the sirens are going off in a lot of these communities because this is some very intense rotation. Again, this near Brew Barker is very concerning. That rotation is very, very bad. Same thing with this one up by Emory. The main threat with this, though, up by Emory now is not a tornado. It's those destructive winds. Again, we've got winds half a degree off the surface up to 110 miles per hour, which is EF1 tornado force winds, high-end EF1 tornado force winds. The winds at the surface are not quite that high, but they're still probably 80 to 90 miles per hour. I really wish that was warned for more than 70 mile per hour winds, because that's definitely a possibility to get more than 70. Again, you guys, this is just absolutely ridiculous what we have seen today and what we're continuing to see here. Man. I'm just kind of bouncing in between these 3 tornado warnings. The threat for this tornado warning here, centered around the Effingham area, is going to be more of an isolated tornado threat than what the other two warnings that we have are. This one down here in Salem, by the way, it's weakening out a ton, but the only area that I would be concerned about, like a big time tornado dropping, would be northern Macon County here up by Emory. The threat for a tornado is there with this Effingham storm, but it's going to be a smaller one. It's not going to be anything major. As you can see, it's kind of, if it pops up, it'll be embedded in that line of supercells, or sorry, in that line of storms there. So it's going to be on the smaller side of things. A lot of the tornado warnings that we have had today, though, not only mention a tornado possible, but excessive straight-line wind damage. A lot of these storms haven't even been getting severe warned because they just put the excessive straight-line wind damage on this tornado warning tag for a lot of areas. Because there is going to be a lot of damaging winds associated with these storms here. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be a large one down there in southern Illinois. That is for the threat of a tornado possible in 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Seek shelter in Benton, Mount Vernon, Fairfield, all those areas there in Illinois. Once that line of storms approaches, it is going to be capable of producing damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour and possibly a tornado. That's a very large warning box there. So again, whenever that line reaches you, you do need to be taking cover in those areas. So, again, we've got our possible tornado located up here west of Argenta, Illinois. And if not a tornado, very strong winds, some of the strongest winds we've seen today. And we've also still got that 80-mile-per-hour wind tag for Jefferson County down here in Illinois. That does include the Dix area off to the north of Mount Vernon. That does expire in 1 minute, though. So it's looking like they're going to let go of that 80-mile-per-hour wind tag and downgrade it to 70-mile-per-hour winds, which is still incredibly dangerous, don't get me wrong. 70-mile-per-hour winds are still enough to cause extensive tree and power line damage. So you still got to take that seriously, preferably take cover. Take shelter like underground in an interior room if you can't get underground, like a closet or a bathroom without windows. Because flying debris may be dangerous, like lawn items that anybody has out. Those are going to get absolutely demolished by 70-mile-per-hour winds. They're going to get picked up in the storm, potentially thrown at your house. So, got to be taking that seriously there. I mean, just look at the progression of this line here, you guys. Alright, so our 80-mile-per-hour wind tag has expired for the Dix area. We still have some for 70-mile-per-hour winds, and we still have some for golf ball-sized hail back in southeast Missouri. I don't want to ignore these storms, but there are more intense storms happening up in Illinois. What I will say, though, is this is some impressive rotation on this storm here near the Frederickstown area, or the Fredericktown area. Not Fredericks, Frederick. Singular. And wow. Yeah, those are some impressive wins. At the very least there, you guys. This is crazy. And those winds are going to sweep through Argenta. Please take cover. You're still under a tornado warning even without those damaging winds. I mean, every tornado storm usually has, or every tornado possible storm usually has damaging winds, but those are like excessive damaging winds. As a lot of the tornado warnings note, and I'm sure that one does too, excessive straight line wind damage. And, yeah, excessive straight line wind damage. Alright, you guys. I think what we're going to do here is end off this stream. I will most likely not be live again tonight because these are kind of dying off, right? These are not nearly as intense as they were earlier today whenever we had those massive tornadoes. So what I am going to do is end off the stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys next time.